Let's get to it now. It's time to hit social media for cash tags. For that, we welcome in Landon Swan, co-founder of LikeFolio.com, and Jenny Horn and Anthony Panzica. Tell us about, we're doing consumer staples, one of my favorite shows to do because we get to talk about all the products. Let's talk about Clorox, or as I like to say, Under Armour, or Armor All, because I'm a dude. Sorry, I almost said Under Armour. God. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one because, you know, normally the companies that we talk about, people are tweeting about them all the time, right?
Yeah.
And you think of a company like Clorox, it's pretty tough to think, you know, who's tweeting about Burt's Bees or Brita water filters or things like that. But you'd be surprised. Next time you guys are in the office, you got to take a look at what people are actually talking about on Twitter. They love to share anything and everything. And so we've actually got some data on Clorox. It is a little bit muddled in the fact that they've got so many brands. But when we look at purchase intent over time, you can see that, you know, that green line, 90-day moving average of purchase intent, that's the aggregate of all Clorox brands. You can see over the last several years, that's basically a little bit more than doubled, while the stock has also a little bit more than doubled. And so the company has been doing very well, growing very strongly. The purchase intent's dipping a little bit right now, but that's not that unexpected when you look at a seasonal nature of this company. And so, again, Burt's Bees is the biggest one. I think that one of the things that you kind of look at here is that purchase intent is down a little bit, but this quarter in particular, it's up year over year about 18%. So it looks good. I know they were thinking early February. Again, it's tough for LikeFolio to drill down into one company this large, but overall, I think that it's a pretty strong company.
And that's the fun thing about looking at these consumer staples is how massive these portfolios are and how many products are in there. I don't even know what Burt's Bees is. What is it?
It's like a chap, a chap.
Yeah, don't use it. I'm an old dude. Don't use it. Armor All, Glad, Clorox. I use all those.
409
Burt's Bees is the biggest. I'm like, no, it isn't.
Summertime, Kingsford for your coals, your charcoal grills.
I've got gas.
Oh, do you?
But I appreciate that. It's a good call. When I was a young man, I used to use Kingsford.
But so we were discussing, of course, all these brands before we went on air.
Yeah.
And so is there one that stands out to you in terms of happiness? Because you mentioned Burt's Bees is the biggest.
Yeah, well, I think that I maybe it's not the biggest, but yes, that's the one that in our data people were really loving. I'm going to get this wrong, but the VSCO girls, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but that's like a big move for them. There you go. I needed help there. But yeah, Burt's Bees was big for them. So Kevin, you do not fit the demographic. Don't feel bad for missing out on that one.
There's a lot of things I don't fit the demographic for.
Right. But overall, you know, for Clorox, I think their lifestyle brands have been doing well. They've been carrying the company, while their household brands like garbage bags and kitty litter, things like that, have really been falling off. And so I think that actually our data can actually help predict that, and that's where we're seeing a lot of growth. Of course, our data is going to skew towards the cooler products, like, you know, the ones that I mentioned, but not the garbage bags and kitty litter, that kind of thing. Side note, they also have Hidden Valley Ranch. Kevin, I'm sure you've heard that.
Hello, right? Winner.
So that was the one that was the most popular. We were discussing it out.
Yeah, you want to go the most popular? Go Hidden Valley Ranch, Landon. Come on.
We Midwestern people, right?
My kids dip. My children, just so you know, dip pizza in ranch.
So that's what we were talking about, all the things that people dip in ranch, and that was kind of what people were talking about on Twitter. But
I dip carrots, my kids dip pizza. There you go. There's the divide right there.
Yeah, I have to say, I agree with Landon. I didn't think there would be a ton of noise on social media today because it's Clorox, but people do like to, people like to talk about how they bleach their sheets and they bleach everything in their homes. It was very interesting. Yeah. So our first tweet says, sold Clorox in August 2018 because I thought it was up too high and wanted cash for an investment tech company. Learned sometimes tech isn't always as great as a stable product, and thoroughly explore a few annual reports to make a strong decision. So you mentioned, of course, you like talking about the staples.
Right.
So these are, we talk about recession-proof stocks.
Exactly. Things that you use every day, no matter what the economy's doing.
Right.
If you think of it like that.
But so I saw a lot of noise in the stock movement that this stock is actually overpriced, despite having around a 3% dividend yield.
Yeah, 2.8 dividend yield. That's not too bad.
Not bad.
With a 10-year currently trading 1.8, you know, a 2.8 dividend yield isn't too bad.
But that PE right there, 24.29, that's a little high for this section.
For a consumer staple?
Yeah, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it usually around 18? Look for an 18 PE, so this is a little bit high right here. So, I don't know.
But still with a 2.8 dividend yield. I mean, I look at that, and when, in a world, why is this popular? Why has it maybe run up a little bit? Because, you know, with a dividend yield like that and where our 10-year is, it makes these stocks attractive.
And when will we ever stop buying Clorox and 409? I mean, I will buy those, I think, till the
Armor All.
Right. Yeah,
but we mentioned, of course, Hidden Valley Ranch, which is what my next tweet is about, which says, Hidden Valley Ranch is superior to all the other ranch sauces. Sorry, I don't make the rules. So once I typed in Hidden Valley, it was like a gold mine. It was, people can't stop talking about Hidden Valley Ranch. I don't know if you have any data on that specifically, Landon.
Preach, Cass, preach.
That's right. Yeah. So again, people love to talk about all kinds of stuff on social media. You wouldn't think it going into this segment that Clorox is going to get a ton of mentions, but Jenny, you saw it when you pull up Hidden Valley or whatever. You can do the same for probably, you know, Brita and Armor All. Kevin, you'd love that one. But I think what's important with this company, and that last week kind of talked to it, is the consistency. And this has been a very strong company over many years. The stock has grown considerably more than a lot of tech companies that have not been doing so well. And so the only concern here is that, you know, Walmart, I think, is about a quarter of their sales. And so Walmart's going to have a big impact. If Walmart's doing well and expanding, then Clorox, I think, will also do well.
There you go. You want to see some stock maybe to correlate Clorox with Walmart. And as we know, Walmart is doing well.
Behemoth, so that can't be bad news for Clorox.
Exactly. The aisle for consumer staples at Walmart is gigantic. It could have its own zip code.
And we didn't even mention Clorox wipes, which have like a
The wipes
following.
are very underrated. I was going to say that, but I thought it would make me sound like a geek. But so thank you for bringing that up.
No way. Those are super cool.
Yeah, I mean, the Clorox wipes are sitting on my counter at home.
Yeah.
I wipe things. I'm just constantly wiping. All right, what else? Landon, what else you got?
That's all I got, Kevin. I need you to go out and try some Burt's Bees. It's good. It's a good.
It is
product.
good stuff.
You put it on your lips?
Mm-hmm.
But they also have like lotion. They have like a whole skincare line now too.
Okay, we just did Colgate Palmolive. That's where the lotions go. This is I need Clorox to clean things.
Yeah, I mean, well, then Burt's Bees won't help you there.
Doesn't Hidden Valley Ranch kind of seem unlikely for all these cleaning products and everything? All of a sudden, they throw a Hidden Valley Ranch at you. Where'd that come from? It's kind of an outlier.
Kitty litter and garbage bags, too.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. All right, Landon Swan, co-founder of LikeFolio. Sorry, we got a little off track here today. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Good seeing you.